Let's complete the last question related with the money, that what are the types of money. Till now, the concept what we have discussed related with the money, evolution of money, the characteristics or functions of a money. From the beginning of barter exchange, people used to use goods and services in exchange of other goods and services. So from that we can say that the commodity itself played a role of money, and that's why first type is commodity money. Second, animal money. As you are known that over the period of time, in the end of a barter system, people universally accepted different animals as a money in which they used to exchange goods and services against the animal like cow, horse, buffalo, goat, sheep, etc. And as it was mentioned, in India, people majoritarily use cow as a animal money. Then metal money. In the kingdom, due to the imperialism, king started issuing different denomination coin which can be used in order to perform the exchange, but those coins can be used into a particular kingdom only. So that is a metal money. Paper money. Over the period of time, because of democracy, industrialization, and finally with the approval of central government authority of every nations, countries started issuing paper money which is in circulation today in a majority of the transaction. Plastic money. It can be also considered as one of the advanced format of money where we are using debit card, that is a ATM card or a credit card, in order to perform our buying and selling transactions. And last one is banking money or invisible money. Banking money or invisible money means nowadays there are lots of instruments to transfer the money from one account to another account without getting indulged into personal contact, like the money transfer via Paytm, Google Pay, Amazon Pay, through internet banking of our individual private bank accounts. In these kind of transaction, nowadays we are paying money, and because of the coronavirus which is prevailing right now, in order to make a payment safely without touching the currency, the banking or invisible money is the best option. So these are the different 6 types of money. The question can be asked in exam that what are the different types of money. So it is having a weightage of 2 marks, and in the exam of 2020 March it was asked for a 2 marks. Now moving to the main concept of the day, that is inflation. Normally, in a general sense, inflation means rise in general price level. Rise in general price level. General price level means the price of the goods and services should increase in all the majority sectors of the economy, that is primary sector, secondary sector, tertiary sector, etc. So this is a general meaning what people understand, but here we are discussing about economics. So economics have a specific meanings of inflation, so that we will discuss one after the another. So let's move on. First, as the inflation is defined by the different experts of the economics, first we will discuss about the definition given by A.P. Lerner. Abba P. Lerner, the photograph of the economist is given here. He said that inflation is a situation of excess demand over supply of goods is called inflation. So what Mr. Lerner said, when the goods demanded by the people is more in comparison to the supply of those goods and services, so because of this difference between higher demand and comparatively lower supply, the price of the goods increases, and such increase in price is called as inflation. As the people are demanding 100 units, there is a supply of 40 or a 50 units, and because of shortage of those remaining 50 units, people are ready to pay more prices, and these way the price of the goods increases. That is the opinion of the Mr. A.P. Lerner. Next, according to A.C. Pigot, that is a Arthur C. Pigot, one of the dynamic economics, has provided also the inflation definition, and what he said that inflation is said to occur when monetary income rises faster than the real income. Now there is difference between monetary income and real income. In general words, सुनने में तो दोनों एक जैसे ही लगते हैं, but monetary income means the amount of money you are earning, and the real income means because of some changes in the market, the money what you are earning, from that you are able to save good amount of money for your expenditure. Let me give you a simple example. Last year your monetary income was 50,000. This year also your monetary income is 50,000. So there is no change. But because of lowering of the prices of goods and services in the market, right, you are able to save 5,000 rupees, and that is your extra real income. But what Arthur has said, that when the monetary income rises faster than real income, your salary is increasing 50, 60,000, 70,000, but that increase in income is simultaneously absorbed by the increase in other extra expenditure, and because of that you are not getting any extra surplus in your hand to satisfy your different requirements. So that is the situation of inflation according to A.C. Pigot. The constant and steady increase in price leads to decrease in the purchasing power of money. Now what it means? Constant and steady increase. The price of the goods and services should keep on increasing constantly over the longer period of time. As the price of the goods and services increases, the value of money in compared to goods goes down, and that is considered as a decrease in the purchasing power of money. Let's take an example. Earlier, the 10-gram gold, the value was 30,000. Now the 10 grams gold, the value is 40,000. That means the money lost its 10,000 value compared to the already same quantity of 10 ग्राम गोल्ड. चीज़ों के दाम बढ़ने की वजह से आपके हाथ में जो पैसे हैं वो पैसों की वैल्यू कम होना कंपेयर टू गुड्स, राइट. दैट इज व्हाट द आर्थर हैज सजेस्टेड. According to John M. Keynes, that is J.M. Keynes, he also said that real situation of inflation is created with increase in money income beyond the level of full employment of factor of production. It means that he said that the four important factor of production, that is land, labor, capital and entrepreneur, when the economy is using it's all the factor of production with the 100% capacity. That means now all the factor of production are fully employed and there is no unemployment in the factor of production. Even though all the factor of production are employed, then too the demand keep on increasing, and because of that the value of factor of production increases. Such a situation is called as inflation in the words of J.M. Keynes. Next, characteristics and nature of inflation. Whatever definition we have discussed now in the words of A.P. Lerner, Mr. Pigot and Mr. Keynes, some basic features we can draw from all this definition and they are constant rise in price level. One of the most important thing that when we say that there is an inflation, when the price of the goods and services keep on increasing constantly and there is a steady rise in price of goods and services. आज किसी चीज़ के पैसे या प्राइस बढ़ रही है, कल वो कम हो रही है, फिर 2 दिन बाद बढ़ रही है, फिर कम हो रही है, that you can't say as a inflation. So constant and steady rise in price of goods and services can be termed as a inflation. Second, as I told earlier, price rise in all sectors of economy. It means the price of goods and services produced in primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. The goods and services produced in all these different branches of economy. The price of all these goods must increase simultaneously together. There is an increase in price of goods and services in the primary sector also, agriculture, animal husbandry, mining, etc. The price of goods and services also gone up in the secondary sector, that is a manufacturing sector, the price of inputs, raw materials, labor charges, etc. At the same time, there is an increase in price of goods and services, or especially you can say services in a tertiary sector also. When the price prevails constantly in a higher side in all these economy, we must say it is inflation. इकोनॉमी के तीनों सेक्टर में गुड्स और सर्विसेज के प्राइस बढ़ने चाहिए, तो ही हम उसे बोलेंगे इन्फ्लेशन. द थर्ड, परचेजिंग पावर डिक्रीजेस. ऑफ whom? ऑफ मनी. I told you, right, that compared to the goods, the value of money is losing its exchange value. Like that, आप पहले कोई चीज़ 100 ग्राम 10 रुपीज़ में खरीद पाते थे. आज उसी 100 ग्राम को खरीदने के लिए आपको 15 रुपीज़ देने पड़ रहे हैं. दैट मीन्स द वैल्यू ऑफ द मनी हैज़ गॉन डाउन in compared to the quantity of goods. Here the money what you have paid, that has grown from 10 to 15, but the quantity what you bought, आपने जो चीज खरीदी, that remains 100 gram only, and the price you paid has grown up from 10 to 15. That means increase in the value of goods and services of money comparatively goes down. That is considered as a inflation. And the fourth characteristics is the rise in price level after the full employment, as we have discussed in the definition of J.M. Keynes. When economy achieves 100% employment of all the factor of production, then too their price rises. That is termed as a inflation. Now some other aspects also which we must keep in our mind while thinking about or discussing about inflation, and they are: first, many times it happens in an economy that government keeps lots of control and pressure through the different methods, like because by using some rules, using some law, giving some subsidies, and it is not allowing us to get an idea that yes, there is a price rise in the goods and services of a particular commodity. कि गवर्नमेंट बहुत सी चीज़ों के प्राइस को अपने तरीके से by using law, subsidies, it keeps lots of control, वो प्राइजेस को दबा कर रखते हैं और आम जनता को ये पता नहीं चलने देते कि चीज़ों के प्राइस बहुत बढ़ चुके हैं. वो गुड्स हमें कम प्राइस में ही अवेलेबल करवाते रहते हैं. सच अ सिचुएशन इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज इन्फ्लेशन. बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल इज द प्राइस ऑफ LPG गैस सिलेंडर. नाउ वी आर पेइंग 800 and 900 rupees for per cylinder, but till now as the government was providing subsidies, we have to pay the lower price. So even though the price of the LPG gas cylinder was higher, but we never came to know because of the one of the instrument of the government, that is a subsidy. So जब गवर्नमेंट ऐसे प्राइजेस को कंट्रोल कर रखती है और आपको और मुझे ये पता नहीं चलने देते कि yes there is a increase in the price of goods and services, such situation is called as a suppressed inflation, यानी दबाकर रखी गई inflation. This question can be asked in exam for somewhat around 1 marks. Even the features of inflation can be asked in exam for 2 marks. Next, second point. If in an economy for a shorter period of time, if there is an increase in the price of limited goods or services, then it is not inflation. Yes, correct. As I have said in the second features of the inflation, that the price of goods and services must increase in all the economy. And second thing, first features, the price should increase constantly and steadily for a good longer period of time. आज किसी चीज़ के प्राइस बढ़ रहे, कल कम हो रहे, फिर 2-3 दिन या 1 महीना बढ़ रहे, फिर कम हो रहे, it is not inflation. It is for a shorter period, so will not consider as a inflation. When some factor of production are unemployed, a rise in the price boost economic activity and give more employment to factors, and thus production rises and price falls. It is about कि factor of production economy के जो है that is used at a 100% capacity, but when the economy is not using its entire factor of production to the fullest extent, like they are using 80% capacity of all the factor of production, so in that case the economic, in order to increase the economic activity, right, the government gives attractive options in the market, and the more production will lead to demand of extra factor of production, and because of that जो भी factor of production जिनका use नहीं हो रहा था, that also will be used by businessmen और economy, और जब वो पूरे use हो जाएंगे, right, then the price automatically will come down. Therefore the increase in price level in all section of economy even after full employment is considered as inflation, and it is harmful for economy. Yes, inflation is such a situation which harms each and everybody from general people to till big industrialist. So it is harmful for entire economic structure. It is harmful for the each and every section of the economy also.